Welcome to the home of the DIY movement, where we build stuff and paint things.
All right, y'all, it's way back Wednesday. As you can see, we're going back to August 13th, 2008. When I had a 60 Impala convertible. I remember buying this car. Give y'all a little history lesson on it. This car was posted online for quite a while, man. He wanted $21,000, I believe, or $25,000. Kind of gave up on the project. I believe his name was Brian, if I'm not mistaken. He lived in Las Vegas, but the car was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it sat online and never sold, man. So I sold some cars that I had to raise the money for it, and I believe I offered him $18,000 or $20,000 if I remember right. And I drove out to Albuquerque, New Mexico one night with a couple of friends, and we went to go see the car. And this is how it looked. It was rock solid. It had some panel replacement, had all the trim. It had some weird interior, and the top rack wasn't quite adjusted right. Car had a 348 with a 4-barrel and a turbo glide transmission. It ran and drove, but it wasn't quite highway ready. We buzzed it around his neighborhood there, and I decided to buy it. And I mean, it was a good car. It was rock solid. It had a red, as you can see, a red paint job, probably single stage. Brought it home, and first thing I did was strip all the stainless off. As you can see, I was working out of a 1-car garage at the time, or car and a half garage. I had my little socket set. Really didn't have a whole lot of tools like I have now, but I just stripped the car down in preparation for a paint job. And back then, I didn't really have any reliable painters. So what I did was I posted an ad on Craigslist listing the car, and I got bids for the paint job. And I had a couple people come to the house, and I basically interviewed them and, picked who I wanted to paint the car. I thought that was a pretty effective way to get a good quality or good decently priced paint job, because one thing is, you put these cars on the trailer, you go to a paint and body shop, they see classic car, they see convertible, they see dollar signs, and they're gonna just throw out whatever number comes to their head and hope they get somebody to pay. Instead, I had people come to me and basically got bids on the job, as you would for a roof on your house or bathroom remodel or anything like that. You interview people and you have have them put their quote in, and then you make a choice. And that's what I did with the paint job, and I got it painted black, and the body was pretty good. Actually, I think that paint job I paid, if I remember right, it's been a while, but I want to say it was about $700 for them to basically scuff and shoot black single stage over the existing paint. Unfortunately, this is the only picture I have of it before I tore it apart. So what prompted this video is I got a notification on my phone today that it was a picture of when I had the car, and it's 15 years ago today. I thought I'd make a little throwback picture, or slideshow video with a voiceover for it for you guys, give you something to watch. Fast forward a few months, and it's painted black, put back together. I got a red interior kit that I scored from a guy who decided he didn't want it. I actually still keep in touch with him. Put some Zenith wheels on it, some fake Zeniths. You guys remember back then, around 2008, 2009, it was a big deal for the Zeniths with the color spoke and ring on the hubs and all that. That's kind of when it first started. Actually, fun fact, I had a set of 96 spoke Zeniths with the locking hubs and locking adapters in 2001 with the ring on the hubs. So the wheels at the time in 2008, 2009 were nothing new. I had those in 2001, 2002-ish, 96 spoke Zenith, and the quality was really nice. The chrome and gold were really nice. The chrome dishes were exceptional. I think that was around the time Roadster and Zenith kind of merged, or one bought out the other. I'm not sure on the details on that. Fast forward, I know the picture sucks, but the car was lifted, and I actually had some Roadsters rebuilt. I want to say, at least to my knowledge, those were the first set of black dish or colored dish Roadstars. You guys from Lay Low may remember them. I sent them out to Wire Wheel King. They were 100 spoke, and he straightened out the dishes and had them powder coated and re-chromed the hubs and then put them back together for me. Charlie at Wire Wheel King. I believe he passed away, but I got them back, and man, they look good. So I put them on the 60. Had cruiser skirts, no Continental kit, no bumper guards. Yeah, I was just happy to have the car. Had a black top put on it, and they adjusted the rack for me so the top fit proper. And man, I was rolling. Here's another picture of a different angle. Like I say, the car had a 2-pump, I believe 6 battery. Had not Foxcraft, had Turnpike cruiser skirts with the scuff guards, which are really hard to find these days. The real Turnpike scuff guards, but those were the real deal. Dual antennas. Paint job was pretty decent for what it was. I remember when I had this car and I had it painted black and I wanted to try and polish it out. Man, I used an old t-shirt and some compound I got at AutoZone. Ended up scratching the fender. So I had a guy, friend of mine, come out and he kind of did a little wet sand and buff job for me. I didn't know the first thing about wet sanding and buffing back then. Didn't know the first thing about painting a car or body work or anything. So this was before all, the DIY movement. Here's a shot of the Roadstars. Had the spinners re-chromed and black chip. And man, FR380, Firestone FR380, 155 8013. Those tires used to be really popular back then. I know you guys remember those. Here it is, man. Top down, had a red boot. I believe that was a Cars Inc. or Cars 1 interior kit. And I remember this day actually, man, because I washed it up and we went cruising that night. We went down Westheimer. If you guys in Houston area know, I used to be Richmond. Westheimer used to be really popular in the 90s, but we just went, I believe we had a club event or something. We met up over there and went to go eat at a restaurant or something. I took the 60. And that was actually before the Roadsters, I believe. You can see the chrome dish Zeniths on it. Here's another shot. I think this is the one that popped up in my feed today that said it's been 15 years since this picture. 15 years today. Got the Dayton banner in the garage there. That was when I lived in the subdivision. But man, it was a good car, man, but it ran hot. I could never really get it to run normal temperature. 348s or like that. I added power steering, which was a pain in the butt because there's no room with the big block for the steering pulley and the gearbox, and man, it was a job. This car also had power windows, power vent windows. Here it is at the Houston show. I believe that's 2009 maybe, or 8. And I posted up there at the Houston show, Houston Lowrider magazine show, I believe, or it might have been the Magnifico show. I don't remember, but I didn't really take it to many shows. I think this might have been the only one. The picture of the trunk setup had 2 Pitbull pumps, 3 ADEXs, real ADEXs, 6 batteries. The trunk was Herculiner trunk, bed liner or whatever. Took it to my buddy Al at Fine Line. He's the one that lifted it for me. He did some stress point reinforcement on the frame, but back then, it's whatever you can get done. It wasn't. It was a little different than it is these days as far as building cars, but. Took the ADEXs apart and painted them. Painted, I believe, the checks and the slowdowns. Just black, rattle can. This is a picture of me and Mrs. Lonestar driving on the highway. I think we're coming back from some event. And I want to say that was in July or August. And man, was it hot. I remember that day. It was hot. Them vinyl seats were hot. It was so hot she had a headache coming home. We're bouncing all over the highway. No AC, but we were rolling. So that's a pretty cool picture. We're still together, by the way. She liked the car enough that we got married. This is a picture from Louisville, Kentucky, I believe, 2010. Maybe 11, probably 10. We went out there for the first annual back bumper bash. It was a big thing at the park. We drug the 60 all the way over there with me and my buddy Mick. And man, it was like 20 hours one way, 20 hours back for a weekend. But it was fun. We met a lot of good people. Still keep in contact with some of them. I believe he went the following year and ended up buying a car from out there. 61 convertible. That white 63 belongs to my friend Travis. He may be watching this, but I remember that event. It was fun. We actually went the first, the second, and the third year for the back bumper bash. If you guys watching remember that event, it was fun. Had a lot of people from all over. Anyways, if you guys like this type of video content, leave a comment below. I have hundreds and thousands of pictures from back then, from all kinds of different cars and events and stuff. I can do some throwback footage. If you guys are interested in that type of stuff, go ahead and leave a comment below. As usual, y'all stay tuned for more work, and thanks for watching.